Well, it's Book Review Monday, and this presents me with a little bit of a problem. Because this past week I have been focusing my free time almost exclusively on my NaNoWriMo project. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to kind of recycle an old blog rant for you. Because I don't think I've done this rant yet for Blog Driver. If it turns out I have done this rant for Blog Driver, then this video will never be uploaded. But it does relate to a book. Well, not so much a book as a story. So today's Book Review Monday is going to be the review of a story, and really not even so much a review of the story, but a review of the story in comparison to the movie that was made out of it. Those of you who know me well probably already know where I'm going with this. So the story that I'm going to be reviewing today is Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid. And the thing about Hans Christian Andersen's version of The Little Mermaid is that it's not a romance. It was never intended to be a romance. The fact of the matter is, the prince never falls in love with the Little Mermaid. It never happens. The prince falls in love with the girl who rescued him. Now that might be the Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid is the one that dragged him out of the water and made sure he was okay, but the people that found him on the beach were a group of priestesses, a group of young girls nearby, and it is one of those girls that the prince brings back and says, "This is the girl that rescued me." And even though the Little Mermaid was infatuated with the prince, she never fell in love with him either. What she fell in love with was the idea of gaining a human soul, not the prince. The prince was just a path to that. But it was the desire for a... That was dumb, jackass. But it was the desire for a human soul that really drove her to go to the Sea Witch and to get legs and to go on land. That was her driving force, not the prince. Even more than the wrong ending, even more than them trying to turn it into a romance, this is what really pisses me off. Disney has this obsession with the good-evil dichotomy. It has this obsession with creating evil characters. In Hans Christian Andersen's version of the story, there is no evil character. The only character that could even possibly be construed as evil is the Sea Witch. And when you take a careful look at her, you'll see that she's not really evil. She does not even once lie to the Little Mermaid. She says to her, "Here is the sacrifice you must make in order to walk on the land." She tells her the complete, honest, brutal truth about what's going to happen to her. She does not deliberately try to foul up the love between the prince and the mermaid by stealing the Little Mermaid's voice for herself and transforming herself into the human woman that the prince ends up marrying. The Sea Witch is not evil, and the girl that the prince ends up marrying for the love of everything holy is not evil either. She helped to save the prince's life, and the prince fell in love with her. She's not even mean to the Little Mermaid. She loves the Little Mermaid, I believe, just as much as the prince loves the Little Mermaid. So because Disney probably believed that the concept of death and sacrifice was too complicated for little kids to understand, they turned it into a simpler, lovey-dovey story, a nice little romance where the evil incarnate gets destroyed in a torrent of water and fire. But I do not buy into the idea that The Little Mermaid is too complicated for kids to understand. It was written for kids. And that's the main reason why I don't like Disney's The Little Mermaid. They took a nice story, a really, really good, strong story, and they turned it into a Disney movie. And that's it for this book/movie review Monday. Good, he's turning. Oh, no, he's not turning. I'll see ya.